Howdy traders, welcome. Today is Saturday the 8th of June 2024. Markets are closed, of course. I would like to do an MK block summary of the last 2 weeks again, like I did it last time. And as you know, soon I will use the time I used to invest into those summaries into more time-lapse videos, because I know that you guys and girls love these. Alright, nevertheless, let's get started. To make a long story short, there were quite some trading opportunities in the first week. Then in the second week, most of the markets were quite neutral. That happens very rarely. It happens like once per year on average. But it's very interesting to look at. So let's go through everything one by one, as we always do. Let's start with euro dollar here on the 28th of May, the big one. So as you can see already from the day chart, yeah, we have this V pattern going on. The first plateau has been cleared, and then you see there are 2-3 other highs. At this point, there are shorties in the market. There are even LTS, long-term stops above the price. So this, of course, looks slightly bullish, especially after this pullback to the moving average. So the market is sensitive to any more dark money sellers. If more sellers come in, more red bars, they're going to go for the upside and take the next highs, because we have overall a squeeze against the shorties already. So the market is sensitive towards any new dark money sellers, as we know. Okay. So looking at the lower time frames, with the down move, the pullback, they have exactly cleared the inner range MTS, the medium term stop, the green line. Then they took the upper MTS on the 30th. And then overall, after all these MTS runs, we have the situation where we have an MTS above the price at around 9:30 in the morning. Okay, the order gap zones, all of that has been filled, and we have an MTS above the price in this V pattern constellation, as I've shown on the high time frames. Also, this is interesting. I mean, not that this is dominant, but it's still interesting to consider that on the day chart we have this kind of pattern going on, where we have a trend line on each side. And as you can see, they kind of did the pullbacks also in order to kind of respect the pattern. This often lures in more dark money traders on the wrong side. Okay, we call this luring. And the smart money algos definitely play with those kind of games. So keep that at the back of your mind. So to make a long story short, the upper MTS got taken. So that was a nice long trade. It got taken on the 3rd of June. So the highs got cleared. Here we see the 5th of June. And then on the 7th, you see that overall the market has gone up again, because more shorties came in, as I said at the beginning. Okay, so here on Friday we then have the non-farm payrolls. The US news were very strong, so therefore there was a big move to the downside. We come to that, but pay attention to this. Okay, so shorties came in, therefore they cleared the high again against those dark money sellers taking the stops. All right, so this is a stop hunt which was then completed. And then we had the US news on the Friday. They were very strong for the dollar, so therefore the big down move, the lower stops got taken out. Okay, and you can even see on the day chart that, of course, there's the moving average with all the stops, so they cleared that. Okay, so as you can see, a bit more complex. So the combination of the scenario together with the news on the Friday, and in between those phases where the market was within a range, this is a very rare combination, and therefore it gave us less trading opportunities than in the weeks before. But I mean, the MTS run to the upside, that was very tradable. That was a news move, so I didn't trade that. And as you can see, like next week, it depends what the dark money does. Yeah, after the stop hunt to the highs, and then secondly the stop hunt down after the news to the moving averages, it's like some kind of house cleaning within a week. So both the buyers and sellers on the dark money side have been cleared. So now it depends on what the dark money does. If shorties come in trying to sell this as a trend resumption to the downside, they will do a pullback up and go for the next highs in this big V pattern, you see? And play maybe again with this pattern on the day chart, those trend lines. But if there's a complete down money switch and shorties leave the market and the longies come in, so green bars, then we can have a move to the downside, and they're going to take the 200-day moving average and the next moving averages, okay? So we pay attention to the dump money next week. We look at what it does. And as you can imagine, what happens in Euro-Dollar is important for the other markets as well. So keep an eye on the dump money flow in Euro-Dollar. Okay? Pound-Dollar. So first we had those option strike targets as well as an MTS on the 28th of May. And they were this beautiful. This was one of the best trades. I mean, that was beautiful, yeah? So on the 29th of May, look, we have 3 MTS below the price. So we have a clear target for the smart money algos. They just need to let the price drop and take those stops because short is already leaving. Boom. Beautiful trade, okay? Massive pips there to be made. I traded this as confidence. And then on the low time frame, they took the option strike targets and the MTS. So one of the best trades, clear short trade, clear target, came immediately, beautiful. This is where the easy pips are, okay? Then it continues. We had this beautiful option strike target long on the 30th of May, as I wrote here, okay, inner range option strike target. So a very easy buy trade. You also have an MTS above the price. So it came the same day in the evening to hit the target. So like a beautiful sell trade and a beautiful buy trade. Only the causality can give you that. Okay, so I collected some nice pips there. And look at that, exactly to the target, okay, as predicted, and then a pullback. This is precision. So these are great trades in pound-dollar. And take note of how we also have this kind of V pattern going on in cable, similar to euro-dollar, but there we don't have as many shorties. So that's why, you know, these were beautiful, brilliant trades. Okay? So the MTS runs and the OSD runs. Okay. So on Friday, then on the 7th, we see the same move like after the news, of course. So the market was neutral. There was no trade, and because of the good news for the US dollar, of course, pound dollar also went down. Yeah, but that was not very tradable. Okay, let's continue. Euro pound here on the 31st. The market was flat. There were longies in the market. I mean, to make a long story short. And I didn't trade euro pound, but I mean overall long is dominated. Okay, we have this squeeze on the day chart, so the algos pushed euro pound down and cleared the lows. Okay, and went even further because more buyers came in. So the ones who shorted euro pound against those longies, well done. Not very difficult to do. Australian dollar. So here, yeah, we had this option strike target here. On the 28th, got filled on the 29th, also beautiful trade, okay, in the first week. I mean, come on, you know, very solid trade, not difficult to do. Then we also had a pullback to the upper MTS, but you needed to be quick for that one. Okay, this is maybe something interesting to look at. You can already see it on the 31st. So this is a typical pattern here where we have like the highs on the day chart have been cleared with this move, okay? Some long is coming in there for the pullback down. But then of course, surprise, surprise, the dynamics are like this. So the long is in the end dominated, so they let the market fall. So this is a typical post-stop hunt situation where you can sell into those longies in the short term, yeah, like some of you did. But as you can see, the market looked pretty neutral then on Friday, okay? I mean, they went down with the US news against the dumb money longies, similar to euro dollar. But before they were consolidating for quite a few sessions, so they didn't trade Australian dollar. But as you can see, if you collected your pips, okay, when you have like the market changing into this consolidating whipsaw phase, just don't trade, yeah? Keep the pips you collected. Don't place low bias trades, otherwise you give back your hard-earned profits. No point to do that. Okay, Kiwi dollar, nice OSD on the 28th. That was one of the best trades as well. Very easy to trade. Came straight the next day, filled the target. I mean, come on. Took even the MTS. So very, very good trade here at Kiwi. I traded this one and then the same, yeah. Also suddenly it's a long signal. fills that one, okay, also as an MTS. So very good. Kiwi was very giving, okay, in the first week, and then, you know, after it just turned neutral. I didn't trade it after. So as you can see, the same general market structure like euro dollar, okay, the V pattern, the highs, the shorties, up move against the shorties, then on Friday with the news a pullback down. So very giving in the first week, a bit neutral in the second week. Dollar cuts, so you remember it took the lower MTS and took straight the upper MTS. Two very beautiful trades, one from the week before. Then at a new lower MTS also took that, so it literally did like house cleaning, okay, and you could catch some very nice trades in that market there. And dollar cut, I mean literally the new upper MTS took that one as well. I traded that one, so very nice. And then also later on went pretty neutral here, as you can see, like I didn't trade that, okay. Of course these are for hour reversals, they are valid, so if you catch a 4 reversal in, you may trade it, but I skipped it. Right, okay, the yen pairs, very interesting. You remember this whole play where it's going on with the yen pairs. First of all, this beautiful MTS pullback, that was very tradable. Okay, then those OSTs, and you remember we have this going on, like you see on a day chart, yeah? Shorties selling again and again and again. So we had groups of dumb money sellers trying to sell the yen pairs. Therefore, the market's going up more and more and more. We're going to look at euro yen in a minute, the same as pound yen, the beast. And yeah, I mean, this theme continued. Yeah, this is as I predicted. So these markets were a bit more tricky. But this was beautiful on the 4th. Okay, look, it just took the lower MTS with a pullback after it took the OSTs. So beautiful there. And then on Friday we still had some longies, but overall you see, like, because of the US news, of course there was the pullback up. So I stayed away from this, and now it's very neutral. I would stay away from dollar yen until there's more clarity, because as you can see, like, if shorties come in, they will attack the high maybe even again. I don't think so, but it remains to be seen. If longies dominate, they will do a complete reversal down and clear all the moving averages. Right now it looks like kind of the more likely scenario. So pay attention. If shorties come into euro dollar and euro dollar goes up, it's likely that longies come into dollar yen and dollar yen will go down. But that needs to happen first, okay? As you can see on the lower time frame, this is a classical post-stop hunt pattern as well. Similar to the day chart in Aussie dollar, like I showed before. So several highs, those highs have been cleared. Of course, here in this case is another high, but this, if longies come in trying to buy this as a dip, this can completely reverse and the market can go to the downside and implode. Okay, so that remains to be seen. The yen pairs have been more tricky in the last 2 weeks, but as you can see, there were some beautiful setups in the first week. Okay, pound yen, so it filled the OST, the option strike target. It filled the MTS. Some of you have caught like some of those nice stop hunts. And then overall, however, this is important. Okay, that's why I also didn't trade it in the last week so much, because overall they cleared the high. You see, they slowly went up against those dumb money shorties, clearing the high and then collapsing. And you can see how this also was done within some kind of dirty 4-hour reversal down. Yeah. So long is dominating, the market coming off. So as you can see, the market is very fragile. The high has been cleared. So if longies come into pound yen and shorties leave, it can completely turn down. But it needs to happen first. Okay. Otherwise, the whole thing can continue, believe it or not, like it did in last weeks. If shorties have appetite, they will go up again. Okay, this is the power of the market causality. You see those squeezes going on and you don't fall victim to them. People who trade blindly, they have no clue what's going on and they fall victim eventually to a squeeze. If they try to average down, they will open the doors to hell. Yeah. Okay, euro yen, similar. So took the lower MTS. That was, of course, tradable. But overall, as you can see here, so shorties dominated, okay? So despite this order gap zone fills and all that stuff, the same thing, okay? They also cleared the high, but here shorties are still dominating. So for euro yen to reverse, those shorties need to leave, okay? So pay attention to that next week. Okay, euro Aussie here, a nice OST move. The ones who caught it, well done. Then the MTS run as well with precision. That was really beautiful, yeah. So come on, I mean, if you see a constellation like this, it normally is an easy trade, yeah. Look, those lows have been cleared, so now we have the highs on the upside with an MTS. Of course, you can buy into this. Boom, and it took the upper one. So beautiful trade. These are trades which maybe as a beginner you don't see them so clearly, but with a bit more experience with the market causality, with more screen time, you will quickly see those opportunities, and they're easy to trade. With more screen time or tape reading, you will catch more of these. Euro Aussie, not very interesting, very rangy, very low bias. I stayed away, and that was a great idea. You see, like, this is nothing, we can't trade in such a market, and we clearly see that we can't. Pound Aussie took this MTS there, but also overall I skipped it. Okay, they took the upper moving averages, they took this MTS. That was the best trade in Pound Aussie of the last 2 weeks, I think, because after they were just like whipsawing around, and I didn't trade that. Wait, what's this? Gives me a chance to take a sip of my tea. Cheers. Gold, very interesting. Okay, as expected, it came off against the longies. Alright, so I traded that. Very beautiful. The metals came down against the longies after this empty up move. Alright, so that was beautiful. And you can see clearly here, okay, on the higher time frames as well. So after the US news, it just went for the lows, okay, against the dummy longies. Longies dominating, okay, look at those nice targets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, I want to take them against the longies after the news, yeah. So beautiful short trade. I did well on this. The same with silver. Silver also had some amazing trades in the last 2 weeks. So let me walk you through that. So first they filled the option strike targets. Yeah, I mean, look, we have 2 open ones there, and it literally just came off. I mean, like, that was a beautiful trade. Okay, loads of profit to be made there. Okay, look, we have the 2 option strike targets, an order gap zone, an MTS on the way, some longies. Of course, we can sell into this, alright? And then look how it came down very slowly but constantly without any nasty pullbacks. Look at that. Boom. Okay, exactly with a pin to the target on the 3rd of June. And then made sure that all the OSDs got filled. Really beautiful. Okay, so as you can see here, they really cleared those. Alright, so very good trade. And then on the 7th after the news, of course, they also took the lows. Beautiful. Okay, last but not least, Bitcoin. Our overall bullish analysis has shown to be very good. There were moves back and forth. The market was overall rather empty. Not too many longies came into the market. So therefore they literally broke to the upside on Friday after the news, okay? And then they took the high, and then they did a pullback down again. As you can see, the market is quite empty right now. So if some shorties come in, they would attack the high again, but that needs to happen first. If longies come in, they will try to shake them off with some consolidating price action, okay, in the next days, maybe even weeks. So you see, like, some very good trades, especially in the first week in pairs such as pound, dollar, silver, kiwi, okay, gold, and then the second week, more consolidating price action, neutral market structures, and there we just trade less, we adapt to the market, and we wait for the next market phase. Okay, we just very selectively take trades where we see, okay, this is now going to happen, but we do not try to predict the overall market direction if the market is neutral and low bias. Okay, the causality is the best technology in forex. There's nothing comparable. I'm sure that around the world, somewhere in some office in the big financial cities, there will be traders who secretively developed equivalent or at least similar approaches. But I can tell you, I've shown this to top hedge fund managers actually. Myself in London, they have looked at this firsthand and they were impressed. They said, we once saw something similar but not work out as this. Okay, that's what literally they told me in my face. So that's very nice to hear. Okay, so what does it tell you? If like, and I'm talking like one of the top 5 hedge funds in the world saying that. Okay. All right, so very, very nice, very good. I expect markets to maybe remain a bit neutral, and then we should get loads of setups again. Pay attention to what I've shown regarding the main markets. From here onwards, I think I will invest the time I used to invest into this more into the time-lapse videos. I know these are very popular. People just love it because it's literally tape reading. Yeah, it helps so much to watch that when everything is time-lapsed and goes very fast and you see how the causality unfolds. Like within seconds and minutes. That's very powerful. So what I will do is I will make more of those, edit those with comments and all that, and people will find them very helpful. I got very positive feedback for that. Moreover, soon we're gonna go and attack the market with our products. We're gonna go big, but that's maybe for another video. I hope you had a great week. I wish you a very great weekend and a fantastic trading week next week. Stay safe. All the best to you. Lots of love.